has the tour been so far?
It's been like a blur because we showed up just the other day, and by the time we get over our jet lag, we got to get back on a jet. I mean, we're going to do 4 shows in 3 days. You know, we were in Glasgow. Last night we were in Nottingham. Today we're here. We played a matinee show, and now we have an evening show coming up. So it's been crazy, and with press interviews and the scheduling, it's crazy.
But the attendance has been good, hasn't it?
We have sold out just about every show, so it's been really good. And I just talked to our booking agent here who was at this show, and they're already booking another tour for November.
Really?
So we're going to be back with more time, and she also is trying to get us on Bloodstock, and Stuck Mojo's doing some festivals over in Germany. It's like everything's starting to catch now. I mean, we just kind of started things, but things are really heating up.
Sounds good. Sounds promising. And speaking of promising, how has the reaction been to Chasing the Grail, your latest album?
It's been the most well-received record we've ever released. I mean, it sold out over here pretty quick. It was the most downloaded, had the most downloads on Amazon.com in the States. It's been a great record. We just got to keep pushing it. That's what you do. You tour, you do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And we just hope it works out. You know, that's all you can do these days because, you know, the record industry, the way it is, it's not the same as it was 7 years ago when you could actually go buy CDs. I mean, I've said in other interviews, I believe that within 5 years, the CD will go like with the 8-track tape, the cassette tape, or even vinyl records. I think CDs are about to be gone. Sorry to break it to you. I give it 5 years because with this whole MP3 and everybody's doing the download card thing, and you know, flash drives are all being put in cars.
They still have, you know, like vinyl. They still release stuff out on vinyl for collectors and so on.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. As far as the days of, you know, these bands that just go out and sell records and stuff like that, that's just, you know, look it up. The record labels are all going.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to rip us off anymore. They're going after our merchandising now. I heard that's the new standard. When you sign a contract, they want 50% of your merch.
Oh,
which, when the band tours, that's how they survive.
Yeah, the money, yeah.
So now they're trying to get that. You can't download a shirt. Not yet.
Yeah, sort of print it out on paper and cut it out and sew it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one because you actually wrote the lyrics for Chasing the Grail before the music. Why did you decide this to be a better way to go rather than, you know, doing it the traditional way?
Well, you know, we play in, you know, the core musicians play in several different bands. You know, like I play with Stuck Mojo, Rich is in Stuck Mojo, the drummer's in Stuck Mojo, also the Duke Project. So we all play on each other's records and we just swap singers out. So, you know, it's been a few years since the last FOZZY record, but since then we did 2 Stuck Mojo records, and everything kind of comes around in a circle and a cycle. And Chris had time to write these lyrics. And in his mind, Chris had always wanted to do a concept record. And it's just, he's kind of a religious person, you know, he's a church-going man, and he just wanted to tell this tale of this, you know, biblical, you know, stories. And, you know, like there's a song, Wormwood, which is the name of the star that falls in the sea and boils the ocean and causes Armageddon. You know, it's one of the stories. And so if you look at all the songs, they all kind of tie together in some way with that type of tone.
Wow.
So, yeah, and
it's an actual concept album, like all the songs. Though.
It's close. I always say I leave it up to the reader or the listener to see how it works for them, but that's the concept. And as with most records, the core of the riffing starts with Rich.
Yeah.
Rich Ward starts pounding out the riffs, and he'll email me some tracks and say, "Okay, Delson, throw the love on it. You know, put the bass on it." And I'll write my bass parts, and then we all come together and record the record.
Wow.
In a nutshell.
So do you think it works better when you have Chris write the lyrics and then you write the music around that, or do you prefer the other way?
It doesn't matter. I mean, for me, you know, we can do it both ways. Some songs, not all songs were written first, I don't think. I think some of them kind of developed as we were writing.
Okay.
But a majority of it was pre-done. But for me, so long as I've got the music, you know, and I know what key the songs are in and the basic beats, I can write parts around it. And I don't even need to hear the vocals, although it helps. Because if I have the vocals, a scratch track of the vocals, it actually will help shape what I play.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it does. So it helps to have it all. I'll take all I can get. Sometimes I'll come up with 3 different versions because I won't know. I'll say, well, this is a real straightforward, heavy metal, solid bass line. Then there'll be a middle ground part. Then I'll play way too much and hope I can keep it all. So then and Rich, once everything starts to come together, Rich has an idea of how it should go, or if there's 3-part harmonies here, there shouldn't be a bunch of busy stuff here.
Okay.
So it takes a little more time, but it's just convenient.
And
If
you
that
had,
makes any sense.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
as incoherent as you
Yeah.
think it is. But you had Jeff Waters from Annihilator lay down some solos and so on. I mean, FOZZY has always had this history of getting these amazing guitarists to play on their album. So obviously you're very well connected. Why did you decide Jeff would be the best guy?
Jeff is a fellow Canadian like Chris, and we had seen Jeff on one of our Canada tours, and they just keep in touch. And I know that Jeff and Rich respect each other, so it just made sense. We actually almost had Jeff play on one of these tours with us. He was going to
Wow.
come play with us.
gonna go.
Scheduling conflicts, it's tough, but so they're just old friends, just kind of like Zach Wilde was friends with Rich, and Marty Friedman. We just get everybody to play on the record.
Great idea.
And we know so many people. We jammed with Mike Portnoy at Dream Theater in New York a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Vinnie Paul came on stage. We all did shots. Dream Theater's asked us to go on tour with them as Black Label Society, so we are pretty tied in. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, wow.
Could be worse.
Well, I'd love to see you guys on tour with Dream Theater. That'd be fantastic.
Me too. I was so happy to play with Mike Portnoy because I grew up listening to those guys to an extent.
And John Mayon as well.
He didn't
It's
say
amazing.
much.
Yeah, he's
You'd
very
never
reserved.
get this interview
Yeah.
like
No,
him.
he's
He'd be sitting there like this.
yeah, he is very he's a complete opposite of Mike Portnoy.
He really is.
But
He's good though, really good.
I'm sure. But yeah, it would be great if FOZZY and Dream Theater. Okay, back on
Yeah,
track.
we're
Mike Martin was your former guitarist. I never quite understood why he left. Was that sort of just me being out of the loop, or was it just sort
No, there was a bunch of reasons behind it. Mike and I are really good friends. Mike comes to my
Is
house.
he still in Stuck
all
Major,
the
right?
time. We'll see. Mike just got signed to Steve Vai's record label. With
Oh
his
wow,
solo
his solo
project.
205, yeah.
Yeah. So 205 just got picked up by Vai's label, and he's going to play some festival that Steve Vai's going to be at and host down in Florida next month. He wanted me to play with him, but I think we're going to be gone. I hate to let him down like that, but that's life.
He's a great guitarist.
He is, and Mike's got 1,000 irons in the fire. I just think he was just ready to pursue his own way, and just schedules didn't work out.
So it wasn't anything nasty or malicious.
No, God, no.
Who is this new guy that's playing now?
Billy Gray's actually played in FOZZY before. He's actually
Oh,
not
really?
new. He played in FOZZY before Mike.
Was this
It's the revolving door of musicians, but we
Wow.
all know each other. I mean, it's just crazy.
so is he permanent or is he just doing this role?
He's as permanent as you can be in this band.
Awesome. That's
Hell, next
great.
month when we come back, somebody else might be sitting here. You never know. I hope not. No, I've been with those guys for a long time. Bass players don't usually leave. They just stay around forever.
You get treated like shit.
Of course.
Aw.
As long as they pay me well, that's all.
You obviously you've done videos in the past. Do you have any ideas if you're going to do a video from this album?
I know I asked that question because the Enemy video really helped us from the last record.
Yeah.
And I know we've been filming bits and pieces of every show, and we are going to do like a live kind of montage, and it's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to be put over some tracks. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. I've asked about doing another video. We have a director friend, Paul Huff, that did the Enemy video, and hopefully we'll do something. We'll see. There's no actual plans right now, but I'm going to keep pushing for it.
Go for it. FOZZY videos are great.
I agree, because I'm in them.
Speaking of special things, it's the 10-year anniversary of FOZZY,
Yes.
isn't it, this year? Are you going to be doing anything special, anything commemorative?
Yeah, we're on tour. We're playing again. No, we did. We had where were we when we did the birthday? I remember Chris texted me. There was an actual day. It's come and gone, but the birthday of FOZZY was 10 years this year. And it's cool that the band's still going, still putting out records.
Definitely.
And they're getting better and better.
So you're
Because
not-
the whole thing started kind of as a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like a joke almost. They did the wigs and the cover tunes, and it was a great concept, very Spinal Tap-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after 2 records like that, they were ready to take it serious.